Okay, so today I'm just going to be testing a lot of Amiga games. I thought I'd just do it live on YouTube just to try out my new setup. It's a very basic setup, but I'll give it a go. And yeah, we'll start with this disc. I've already gone through a few discs actually, but I'm going to start with this one. It's just called Nitro. I've been using it to just test the stream, so I know it's a top-down racer, I know it works. So we'll start with this one and see if it's any good. Cool, let's go. Oh, and this one's got a crack screen as well, so I'll leave the crack-tro, if you will, on. Can have a watch of that. I love these crack tros. This one's particularly hard to read, but it was quite a popular way to do it. This one's Horizon has cracked this game. Awesome chip tunes though. Anyway, let's skip this. So I've never played this game before. Just found it in a collection of discs that came with an Amiga that I bought a few years ago. And yeah, I thought I'd go through and test all these discs. Okay. Right, what do I do? Oh dear, I'm doing something. Oh, I see. I think I've tried to select a driver with the mouse. Okay, I have no idea if I'm actually playing right now. If this is just a... Oh, no, I am playing. Oh wow, you can actually... Oh dear. Yeah, you can't play with the mouse. That is just not something that this game will allow. Let's reboot. This time I won't press the mouse. I've got my Mega Drive control pad, my preferred way of playing Amiga games. I know there's a lot of Kempston fans, but I'm a Mega Pad kind of guy. Joypad. Whatever you want to call it. Right. Select car, racing, sports, turbo buggy. Let's go for sports. Gas 2000. Alright, second time lucky. Oh, they went at the back. Oh dear. I wonder if they're weapons. Oh. Oh no. Didn't want to do that. Oh my word. I wouldn't have a clue how I'd fire a weapon if I did have one. Okay, not a great start. Mr. Amateur. Okay. Oops. Oh dear, what did I press? Too quick on the draw there. Oh, are they gas? Are they to get you more petrol maybe? I ain't seen any weapons, so I'm guessing so. Oh dear. Touching the curb is not a good idea in this game. Oh, what was that? Whatever it was, it made me crash. Anyway, I think that's enough of this one. Clearly works. So, let's reboot. And you'll probably see a no signal while I do this. I'm just going to write on here that this one is working. A500 working. Alright. What other discs we got? I'm not saying all these will be games, but I'm just going to test what disc we've actually got. So this one's labelled as Amiga Extras. It might need Workbench to load. Or it might just not load at all. We'll see. Oh, it's loading into Workbench. I think that's as far as we're getting. Okay. This keyboard is rubbish. Okay. Let's try the next one. This one's actually labelled Workbench. I wouldn't mind a copy of Workbench actually. Nope, that one doesn't work either. Put them onto my broken pile. This one's labelled Italia 90. So let's see if it's the classic Mega Drive football game. Italian 1990 Winners Edition, cracked by the very best Quartex, Netherlands. Sounds like it's still loading. US Gold Presents. Let's see what this one is. Well, I know it's Italian 90, but See if it actually works. Italy, 1990. Press fire to load game. Let's give it a go. I love these loading noises. I'm not sure if they'll be coming through on the microphone. Okay, what should we go for? Let's start with a one-player final. Of course, if we're in it, we want to be England. There we are. Let's go against Germany, I guess, if they're on here. West Germany, there we go. I hope it understands Kit Clash. Damn graphics. Classic 442A. Do I have to? Oh, I have to choose the team. Right. Shilton in the net. Can just be any defender. Doesn't matter what position they play. Okay. I'll have Pierce. Parker. Dorigo. And Stevens. And we have in midfield nothing amazing in midfield, is there? Let's have Barnes. Hodge. Do we leave Gaza out of the team? Let's have Platt and Gaza. No skill. Outrageous. And then up front. Wow, Lineker's stats are terrible. No, they're not too bad actually. Beardsley I was looking at. Let's have Lineker and Waddle. Oh, I don't have to pick their team, do I? Let's put them in a 4-4-2 as well. That looks like I do. I'm just going to pick a load of random players. Herman the German. Klinsmann. I do actually remember really liking football games on the Amiga. But let's see how much of that is nostalgia. It's This music is not the best. Oh, oh, oh my goodness. Oh my. This is not many buttons to remember. Literally just one. Oh my god, what just happened? I think this game might be glitchy. Oh, I control the keeper as well. Okay. Wow, it's just flittering around everywhere. Am I doing this wrong, or is it just crazy? Oh, oh my god. The players are just appearing and disappearing. What? What? How can he stand there? How is that fair? Is that my player up there? Yeah, I think it is. Oh, get the ball. You can't catch me. Oh, what just happened? Yeah, yeah, this game is majorly broken. The players are just disappearing everywhere. Wow. That is terrible. Okay, that's enough of that one. Oh my god, look at that. It's all 3D and stuff. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to turn this off. It works. Well, it kind of doesn't work actually. I'm just going to put boots but unstable on this disc. Right, next disc is labelled Grazy Shots, I think, or Grazy Shob. Let's see what this one is. Charlie, let it boot first, then I'll put the disc in. Okay, another crack screen. Paranoia. Yeah, Paranoia. No music though, which is a shame. Okay, next. Oh. Crazy Shot. That makes more sense. Loricial Presente. Oh, it's French. Is it French? Ah, this thing takes a while to load. So, looks like it might be a shooting gallery. So I guess it'll be mouse controlled. Music's fun. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, maybe it's not mouse controlled, he's just going crazy. Oh no, here's the mouse. I guess he's meant to go crazy. Do I just shoot something? Shoot this? Challenge, 250 points. Special police. Oh my goodness. Alright, what am I meant to do? Seriously? Is this it? Am I meant to shoot those bonus things? I don't understand. So it sends my mouse flying off to one side whenever this happens. Tilt. Do I shoot that? No. How about +5? No. I don't know what this does. Bang. Okay, I don't know what I just did. Did I win? I think a shooting game with a mouse is a bit too easy, really. What's next? Let's see if the duck thing's a bit harder. Can I just shoot this guy? Oh, I didn't like that. Ooh, it's a fast duck. Oh, well, this is more like it. You know what this reminds me of, actually, playing in an Amiga shooting game. I had a game called Operation Lemmings back in the day. That was actually brilliant. I wouldn't mind coming across that again. I think it's a public domain game. Yes! Bang! Got you that time, you little so-and-so. Yeah, I kick ass at this. Except for those really fast flying birds, which I'm not very good at. And yes, I am using the original tank mouse. Roller ball and all. I'm not sure if I'm meant to shoot that gold thing that falls from it. No. Success. 5:30. No. I guess this just keeps going until you fail. I'm not sure. Oh dear. I almost want to fail now. I'm quite bored. No, come on! Can I just exit out of this? Yes, I can, thankfully. Might as well try a few more. What happens if I shoot this? Nothing? No. What about this? Nothing? No. Let's try this game. Okay. Oh, where's my gun? Oh, there it is. Is there certain animals I should shoot or not shoot, or I'm not sure how this works. Do I just shoot all animals? Does that mean don't? Ah, yeah, that means don't shoot that animal, right? So I can just shoot the rest? Or does it mean shoot it? I honestly don't know. definitely shoot that thing. How annoying. Yeah, I'm not going to play any more of that one. I think there was a balloon challenge. I'll try that. Come on. Oh, what's going on? Okay, let's get back to the main menu. Balloons. Magic balloons, apparently. You know what? I think I've done enough of this game. On to the next game, shall we? It works at least, but I don't think I'll be playing it again. Alright, this next disc is labelled Lotus 2. So hopefully Lotus Turbo Challenge 2. If it works. Let's try it. Oh, that doesn't sound good. I think we might have our first guru meditation, people. Indeed we do. And there we go. Okay, that one does not work. Now we have Kickoff 2, and also written on this disc is April 91. Let's try this one out. Thank you for the joke, Anthony. It's yeah. And in several years, you're the first person to comment on one of my live streams. Kickoff 2. Another football game. Let's hope it's a little bit better than the last one. It's Dino Dini. That's a good sign. Pretty sure I really enjoyed his game called Goal on the Amiga back when I was a youngster. Seeing as there does appear to be someone in chat, are the volume levels okay? Wow, that's some it's either funky loading or this just doesn't work. I haven't decided which yet. I guess we'll give it a little while. Maybe press a button? I'll give it a few more minutes just because I know a lot of Amiga games do load in stupid ways, but it does appear to have broken. We'll see. Ah, cheers, Anthony. How long before I reset this? Yeah, I think we've got a duffer here. Okay, let's kill this one. Okay, the next disc is Well, actually, it looks like a public domain disc, but it says Treasure Island Dizzy. I've never been a fan of the Treasure Island, the Dizzy games even. But we'll give it a go. This one is software on demand, it says on the disc. Those angry loading noises. I'm not sure if you can hear those. Well, I've just got a blank screen. Blimey. Awesome, awesome music. I'm just going to let the music play for a few minutes just because I love it. Anyway, that's enough of that. As I said before, I am terrible at Dizzy games, and I probably can't remember how to play them. But let's give it a go. No, stop it. Stop rolling. Ah. Legend. Start again. Legend has it that Hookjaw the pirate buried here still guards over his treasure. Okay. Snuggles treehouse complex deserted now since the threat of tourists ruining their peaceful life. Can I get up there without getting killed? Oops, I put the coin down. Oh no, I just picked another coin up, I think. Is this gonna trap me? I'm scared. Ah! Should have trusted my instincts. Anyways, that game definitely works. And oh, I know that's just the intro. That game definitely works, and I'm not a big Dizzy fan. So we'll just drown him and move on to the next game. Just write on that disk A500 works. To keep track of the games that are working. The discs that are working. Alright, the lovely sound of a floppy disk mechanism. This one hasn't got any writing on at all, so I'm not sure what's on this one. Could just be a blank disk. Time will tell. Who knows? Some of these that aren't loading as well, I am putting to one side, and I'll try loading them with Workbench at some point, just in case they need that. This one says Paperboy, so should be pretty obvious what it is. I I didn't read a word of that. Such great nostalgic feelings coming back playing on Amiga all over again. This is definitely the machine I grew up with. To get Paperwhite working on half meg, press F3. I think my A500's got an expansion, so it should be a megabyte. Let's try F1. Love these crack screens. Let me know if you ever went to one of these crack parties. That sounds really wrong. Do I just press F1? Guess so. Wow. You really wouldn't be able to play Amiga if you had epilepsy, would you? I don't think this is working. This doesn't look correct. This looks very broken, in fact. Thanks for the trivia, Anthony. I did know that, yes. Often when I'm searching for Amiga products on eBay, it comes across a lot of vinyl records, because there must have been a house known as Amiga that publishes records. That definitely isn't working anyway. Let's reboot that. Cool effect, but definitely not working. Alright, let's try Saint and Greavesy instead. F2. Okay, doesn't look promising. Where's my mouse? There it is. Let's retry, 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 and cancel. Sometimes works. And it's still loading something. Whether it's just going to fail again, we'll see. Doesn't look promising, does it? I think this disk might be kaput. Yeah, it's just stopped loading now completely. Let's reboot one more time and try F3 for the half meg Paperwhite version. See if that works. Anthony says he would have been too young to go to a party like that. Me too. Me too. When I had an Amiga, I was very young. F3 then. F3 doesn't seem to do anything. Oh, press F3 on the options screen. Okay, right, so I need to load on F1, then press F3 on the next screen. Let's try that. Some screens will be corrupted, but the game will be okay. Okay. Third time lucky. Here we go. F3. It doesn't look much better. Oh, it works though. I was never any good at this game. Yikes! This car. Go away. Oops. I think you're meant to try and... I can't remember now, but I think you meant to... The ones that don't have post boxes, you meant to try and get them to subscribe. I can't honestly remember. Get out of the way. I hate that dog. Oh! Damn it. If any of you are experts at Paperboy and know exactly what I'm meant to do on this game. Whoa, slow down. Oh, a bit faster. See, I don't know if I'm meant to do that, but it's fun, so I'm doing it anyway. I'm probably not meant to do that, am I? This music's very nostalgic. I definitely remember having this game on Amiga. Oh yeah, this bit's timed. Oh, keep going. Ah, perfect delivery. Really? Pretty sure I missed one. Oh, too fast, too fast. Get out of the way. No, that counts. That was a risky maneuver. Do I deliver this to the dog? Oh dear. Do-do-do-do. Oops, oops. Failed twice there. Sorry, fella. Get away from me. Oh, nearly missed that one. Ah. Now let's go again. See if we can get to the end this time. What? What did I do wrong? Anyway, this game definitely works. I think that's enough for that. So A500 works. Oh yeah, I tested a lot of these games on my 1200 in it. I thought they all didn't work, but it just turns out my 1200 doesn't work. This one just says Walt Disney boot disk, so I don't know what this is. Oh, there we have a bit of workbench going on. Oh, animation studio. Should we try it? Oh my goodness, it's got a crack. Oh, it's cracked, it's fine. Okay, I'm hoping this has some demos in, because oh, there we go. I'm definitely not going to be doing an entire animation. Back to my kindergarten. I never went to kindergarten. I'm English. What's this? Here we. Oh no, this is animation. Can I load? Is there a load? Oh, here we go. Library. Let's try four-legged walk, maybe? Oh. So Anthony, if you're still here, what Amiga did you have back in the day? I'm not sure if any of this. Let's try this one maybe. No. Okay, anyway, this definitely, the software works, I guess. I'm not gonna really mess around with it too much. I should put works on that. The next disc is labelled Motorbike Madness. Let's try this one. It was your big brother's, was it? Oh, okay. I was the big brother. Wouldn't let my younger brother play on it. I had a Amiga 1500 and an Amiga 600 as a kid. And now I have a 500 and a 1200 that doesn't seem to work. Anyway, let's try the retry trick. Cancel. Binary Bandits. I wonder if that's the crack team. Well, that one definitely doesn't seem to do anything. Well, that one is not working. What we got next? Right. This one has Kickboxer Disc 2, but that's scribbled out, and then Super Hang-On is written on there, so I'm guessing it's Super Hang-On. Let's give it a go. Oh yeah, I was always player 1, of course. Same as when we're playing Sonic, I'm always Sonic, he's Tails. You know? Def Jam and CCS. No crap music, which is a shame. Oh, press mouse button. Super. Oh, now this is music. Might have to turn this up a little bit. Awesome music. The game's still loading, by the way. This music though. Oh, mouse control. Okay, let's try it on the... So it looks like it's a mouse game. No, no, no. Go back to beginner, please. Choose your class with accelerate. Oh, I see. Nitro select, so Nitro must be right mouse button. Oh, this music. Let's just start with this music. Whoa. Oh yeah, that control's quite nice actually. Oh dear. Bad start. Come on now. Let's try the nitro button. Doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe I have to collect them. Oh no, get off the grass. Game over. Ah. Oh well. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to choose my name with the mouse. Anyway, that one works. On to the next game. Cool music too. Yes. Good point, Anthony. Road Rash was a fun game. Played a lot of that on Mega Drive. What's your favourite console, Anthony? This next disc is World Class Rugby 5 Nations Edition. Yeah, I don't really like... Well, I don't know anything about rugby. I'll give this a go. Well, I know it's a sport. I mean, I don't know how to play it. Might not be a problem if the game doesn't work. Wow, that's very lime green. Okay. I don't think this is a good sign. I don't think it's loading. Oh, escape makes it go weird. I'll just try a reboot. It looks even weirder on the capture software. Yeah, I don't think this one's going to work. Oh well, another duff one. I'll turn that off. PS2, okay, yeah. I think mine is actually PS1. But I did actually import my PS2 when it first came out in Japan. But yeah, PS1 probably for me, because I loved the demo discs. In fact, that's going to be an upcoming video if anyone's interested. I've got the first 50 or so official UK PlayStation demo discs. I'll probably go through them one at a time and play through them. Anyway, this next game on Amiga is Tower of Babel by Rainbird. Part of the Astra Pack series by the look of it. Let's see if this one works. Cheers, Anthony. And yeah, I know what you mean about the entire game being on there, not having to wait 3 hours to install a game when you buy a new game. I hate this on modern consoles. It really bothers me. And then you've got to apply a patch, which will take another 3 hours, if that's what you mean anyway. Load time 50 seconds. Countdown, please. Doesn't sound like it's loading. May just be trolling me. And we just hit the 1 hour point on this live stream. on disc DLC. Ridiculous. Oh, it is actually loading. Hey, there we go. Yeah, on disc DLC is just pure evil. Before using this program, you're required to enter a word from the accompanying manual. Uh-oh, I don't think this one's cracked. Please ignore case, punctuation, bold type and headings, for example, the word... okay. Wonder if such a thing... Oops, dropped my phone. Wonder if such a thing is online. Well, I found the manual. Whether it'll help me actually... will it help me with the password on this? I'm not sure. The copy protection. Press space. Is your manual in English, French or German? I don't have a manual. Let's try English. Please, oh, page 42, paragraph. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this. Let's try bar. Damn it, so close. Spider. I'm just looking at random words in the manual here. Okay. Find. Oh dear, I'm locked out. Oh well. Definitely won't be able to play that one unless I get the manual. So I'll just write on there, A500 works, requires manual. Right, this next disc, thank you for the suggestion. This next disc is Alien Breed, disc 1. So let's try this one. Team 17. Briefly worked there for 2 weeks for work experience. I'd love to have had a job there, although I must admit it's great to look back on, but it was actually quite boring to work there. Amiga's getting angry. Never played Alien Breed back in the day. I think it's a bit of a Gauntlet clone, or that style of game, if memory serves me correctly. Looks like Anthony's played it. It's an angry sounding Amiga. Wow. This is really struggling. Oh, there's a lot of data to load, I'm not sure which. Oh, it's finished. It's flashing, that's not a good sign. Guru meditation, perhaps? There she is. Oh well. No join alien breed then. Sorry guys. It does sound like a Dr. Matrix printer, yeah. That's something else I had on my Amiga. Right, alien breed disc 1 does not work. This disc says Deluxe Paint 3. Let's see if this one works. No. Oof. Doesn't sound healthy at all. D-Paint 3 though, it's classic. I think any and every Amiga owner has used Deluxe Paint at some point. Wow, I'm not getting anywhere with this one. Okay, let's give that one up. This one says Deluxe Music Construction Set. Let's try this one out. Yeah, it is a shame. I wouldn't mind playing a bit of Alien Breed. See what the fuss is about. Ah well, I've got a lot of games to get through. I'm sure it'll happen again at some point. Not a DOS disc. No, not having much luck at the moment, are we? Nothing. Won't let me do anything on that one. Again, I will try some of these in Workbench in case they need that kickstart. This one says Kind Words Copy 1. Kind Words. Maybe some sort of word processor. Nothing. Okay. No joy in that one. This one says Workbench. Maybe Workbench. No, nothing. This one says Pro Xcopy 3. Xcopy 3. Wow. This is where all the naughtiness started. Oh, doesn't sound good. The Hunted. Oh. Oh, what's going on? I didn't press anything. Retry. Maybe this isn't Xcopy. This disc does not sound good. Nope, another broken one. And this one says IK Plus. So I think this will be International Karate. Cheers Anthony. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the interaction. Have a good one. Enjoy the pub. Looks like you're not leaving at a bad time here, because it's just disc after disc that's not working at the moment. Wow. Now that was a bad pile of discs. I might leave it off for a few moments. Let's try some other ones. Gods. Oh yes, I hope this works. I've not played Gods in absolutely years. I'll just give this a few seconds to discharge or whatever it does. Oh, and in the first lot of testing of these discs, I actually managed to blow up my Amiga 500 power supply. Lots of smoke in the room. Hopefully my Amiga 1200 power supply won't go to the same fate, but we'll see. Right, let's see if Gods works. Doesn't sound good. That's a shame, I was looking forward to that one. Another Guru meditation failure. Come on, let's have a working game. Chase HQ, another one I loved. Oh, please let one of these work. We have a cracked screen. Paranomia. Exclusively cracked. Chase HQ. For their unforgettable what? Oh, I think that's meant to say action series. This game was released on our something label for Perfect Cracks Inc. Okay, see if this one works. The disc doesn't sound very good, I must admit. Let's see if it loads. By the way, by no means am I glorifying copying games. It's just how it was done back in the Amiga days. This isn't my Amiga, this is one I bought online, but, well, we all had a big stack of copied games. I think any Amiga fanboy will testify to that. Black screen. How long do we leave it? Try pressing some buttons. I think this one might be another dead one. I'm getting bored of these dead ones now. Okay. Give up on that one. This one is Chaos Engine. All the good games, none of them working. Let's try Chaos Engine. I hope I haven't killed my Amiga. Oh. Better light crack. When dreams come true. Obviously I'm aware of Chaos Engine. I think I must have played it back in the day, but it wasn't in my regular rotation of games, so I might have played it at a mate's house. Come on, epic intro please. Something like that. I feel like it's building up to it. And I used to think load times on Amiga were pretty good, but then again, I came from a Spectrum ZX, so yeah. Come on. Still loading. Don't get any of this playing this game on the SNES. How long before I give up on this one? I mean, it's still loading, it's still doing something. But surely it shouldn't be taking this long. Thrilling viewing for YouTuber. Hope you're all enjoying this live stream. It's black screen live stream. Okay, I refuse to believe it takes this long to load the game. I'm going to turn it off. If people tell me otherwise and I was foolish and I didn't wait long enough, then we'll play this again on another episode. Now this disc says Walt Disney Morgue disc. Sounds very ominous indeed. Morgue. Let's see if it loads. No. It might be part of the Walt Disney Studio, maybe. Go on then, let's go back to the Walt Disney Studio and see what's on this Morgue disc, if anything. That purple though. Alright, let's try this. Oops, let's try this Morgue disc. Oh, well, that looks promising, I guess. Goofy, Lady, Donald, Pluto, Mickey, Tweedle Brothers, Godmother. Another one over here somewhere, I think. Sweaty Dave? What's Sweaty Dave doing hiding over here? These icons have no default tool. How about this one? Insert Studio. I love this loading icon. So Morg. This is where I could do with 2 drives. Never had this problem on my 1500. Lesson: Arc of Motion. This animation is intended for your study and enjoyment. Each frame and the character depicted on it is copyrighted by Walt Disney Company. Okay. I can't remember which one I clicked on now. Oh, Godmother, I guess. And there you go. Anyway, I don't want to load all of these, but I do. I'm quite curious of what Sweaty Dave is, so I'm going to try see if I can load that into the program. Ow. Alright, so let's load the program up. I wonder if it's one of these. Let's see what this does. Okay. There's another icon hidden over here as well, I just noticed. Let's see what that is. Vicky. Okay. See if we can get either Vicky or Sweaty Dave to load. And I wonder if that's either the previous owner of this or maybe the people who cracked it. Oops. Open. Oh dear, I don't know what I'm opening. Maybe this? See if Vicky's on here. 5K. Oh, there we go. We have something. How do I animate this? Animate. Oh. Ah, it doesn't work. Well, the first 2 cells seem to work. I guess it's a project someone started on. Didn't get too far with. Yeah. Looks like it'd be fun to use this program though. Should we see what Sweaty Dave is? I'll have to swap discs. The size of some of these files. Sweaty Day was only 7K as well, so it's probably another incomplete project. Let's have a look. Okay, there you go. It's a wicked lie. Fatty Dave, sweaty sex slave. Does he wink? Oh, okay, let's try it. It's only 7 cells of animation. There you go. This is what the Amiga was capable of. Oh dear. And these are the classic gems you find lying on old discs. Wonderful. While I've got this open, I think I'll have a look at one of the other Disney ones. Well, Tweedle Brothers is the largest, so let's try that. Oh, guess you can't. Oh well, let's leave this with Sweaty Dave, or Fatty Dave, Sweaty Sex Slave. Wonderful. I'm glad I found that. Just write on this disc that this one is also working. Right, this next disc is labelled Lotus Esprit Turbo Challenge. Classic game. Let's see if this one works. Sound of death. There it is. Doesn't look promising. Nope, no Lotus Esprit for us right now. This one is labelled Golden Axe. Another classic Mega Drive game. I was definitely a Mega Drive and Amiga kid. Amiga came first, and I got the Mega Drive a bit later. Oh, got a crack on this one. Jesus, yoo-hoo. Wow, that really messes with my eyes. Ugh. I want to leave this crack on, but geez, it's making me feel seasick. Yes, anyway, let's skip that. Unlimited lives and unlimited energy. Let's turn those off. That music. I'm not sure if I actually prefer this version or the Mega Drive version. Both sound awesome. Just gonna leave this attract mode on for a few moments. Just because the music's so good. That just repeats. Okay, let's play. I think she has the coolest spells, right? Let's be her. Graphics definitely don't look as good as the Mega Drive version so far. That is often true of Amiga games. We tend not to have this much loading time in the Mega Drive version either. Oh my god, this is slow and painful. And the... oh. I don't remember this. Did this game always had a story? Oh, jump and attack on the same button. Might get confusing. Ah, you bugger. No, wrong way. That mean I can't do the run and jump attack? I can do that. That's probably quite good. Ah, this music's awesome. No. Kicking my ass. No, come on guys. I wonder how to do specials. Do I have to use a keyboard maybe? Another one of the problems of playing Amiga games over Mega Drive. One button to control them all. So jumping, you hold up and press jump. Oh, okay. Back attack. Hold down and press attack. Oh, hello. Gimme, mate. Oi! Those before they disappear. Ow. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Oh, come on now. I'm dead. No scream. Just a whimper. Ah, why? Get on it. Yeah. Now I was laughing. I always go the high road in video games, right? Oh, come on now. Fine. No, get him. Get him! Ah. Got some sort of cool power up. I want to use my cool power up. Just got a down attack. No. Oh, come on now. No. Ah. Dive. Yes. Get on it. Get on it. No. Yes. This control's much worse than the Mega Drive version. Turtle Village. Oh dear. Right, how do I use my magic? Must be a button for it somewhere. Don't know where it is though. I don't know how to use magic. Do I do a fireball attack? Will that use magic? No. Okay, these guys weren't that hard actually. I wonder how I use it though. I know I've tested this game and I know it works, but it's such a fun game. Ugh. I'm just interested to see how it differs to the Mega Drive version. Let's see if I can do that running jump. No. No. Oh well. Oh my goodness. That didn't work very well, did it? No, not off the edge. Oh, thank goodness. Ow. I wonder if I lose all my magic if I lose a life. What was that? I don't know if I know how to use my magic. Let's try it here. One of these buttons, no. One of these buttons, no. Any of these, no. Any of these. Oh, I've turned the music off. Dead. Do I use it when I lose my magic? No, I don't. Alright, well, there's that at least. Come on, there must be a button for it. Oh yes, I'm on a dragon. Needs the magic when you got a dragon. Well, filled up my magic now. I'll probably use it by accident at some point. Yikes. Oh, come on now. Oh, come on now. I like it when I'm on the dragon. I don't like it when they're on the dragon. No. It burns. No. Get the dragon. This is my last life, I think. Oh, the dragon ran away. I love that. Hitting him with the butt of the sword. Or the hilt, or whatever you want to call it. No! Am I dead? Game over, man. Oh well, I enjoyed that. $31.3. Oh, F. Anyways, that one definitely works. Right on that disc. That one is working. Right, what have we got next? Super Grand Prix. Super Grand Prix. I wonder what this one is. I wonder if it's going to be Jeff Crammond's. From Codemasters. Okay. IBM. Ugh, terrible history they had. Denmark. Again, shame there's no music. Doesn't sound healthy. It's very squeaky. Wow, if you can hear that, it just sounds like it's rattling the disc apart. Ooh. Well. It's making some interesting noises and interesting colours, but I don't think it's actually working. I honestly don't know. Oh, another weird noise coming from my left channel now. I don't think this is what it should be doing. Do we call it quits? Yeah, I think we do. Right, let's get another pile of games out of my box. This one says D-Paint, so it's presumably Deluxe Paint. Oh, I've got a head cleaning floppy disk here as well. Don't think that'll do much. D-Paint isn't working. Or is it? No, it's not. Nope. I haven't got a cleaning fluid for this head disk, but quite a useful thing to hang on to at least. This next disk is called Virus Killer 3.1. See what's on this, if anything. Nothing. Again, might be a workbench disk, that one. This one says Deluxe Print 2 Program Disk. No. Another one that's struggling. You always expect this when you get a big bulk lot of games that are all untested. You expect most of them not to work, to be fair. But we've had a few working today. A bit of fun's been had. No, another duff one. This one is labelled Amos, Disc 1. Amos, I believe, was a programming tool, if I recall correctly. Let's try it. Nope, does not work. This is an Amiga format cover disc, disc 67A. This is Amos Professional. Okay, let's see if this one boots. Ah, I wonder if that's what these two discs were. Press return once you've reinserted the right protected Amiga format cover disc. Okay, let's have a look at that. You may now remove it, push the protector tab and reinsert into, I can't remember which one is right protect, so look in the back one of these. Right protect is so you can see through the hole. Okay, that's fine. Press return. Oh well. Pushing on through. Let's just quit this. I don't really want to use Amos anyway. I just thought it might have a nice program on it, maybe. Looks like we've got a few cover discs. This cover disc is, what's this say? Amiga user. Super disc number 87. Looks like it's got various utilities on. Let's see if this one works. No. Short and sweet. That one does not work. And this one is labelled Easy Amos. Amos. I don't know how you pronounce that. Let's see if this one works. This is another cover disc. That lovely workbench screen. What on earth? Not sure how this is going to come through, but on my screen it is going crazy. Welcome to Easy Amos. Wow, this is hard to read. Okay. It's going so fast. Oh, my eyes. You need to select the nationality of your Amiga's keyboard. I'm pretty sure I'm English. Welcome, Mark. I didn't say my name was Mark. And it's not. Physically right protect. This music's pretty cool. Physically right protect your two master discs. Two master discs. In other words, check that your protect holes are open. Okay, check my protect holes. Yes, they are indeed open. Now click OK. Your unique registration number is SIM30819. Only after reading chapter 1. Should I write that down? Just if I'll need it for anything, but I'll take a screenshot of it.
Oh yeah!
Ah yeah! I don't have a hard drive, so I'll have to install on floppy. 20 minutes. 25 minutes. Right, I'll do this in my own time, I think. As awesome as this music is, if I do decide I want to make easy Amos, then I'm not going to make you guys watch this for 25 minutes. I'm just enjoying the music now. Anyway, like I say, I'll do that in my own time. Bye for now. But yes, I will put that one to one side. I'll create those discs and see if there's anything interesting on it. Right, we have another cover disc. This one's from Amiga Computing, November 1996. It says requires hard drive and Workbench 2. So that one is no good for me. Can't play on that one yet. What's this one? Amiga Computing, September 95. Crazy that the Amiga was still going on at this time. Amiga Tools 2. Let's see what this one has on it. Yeah, I've just got a huge pile of cover discs here actually. Oh, that one doesn't work either. This one is Amiga User International from October 96. Yeah, a lot of these requiring Workbench and hard drive, of which I have neither in my little Amiga 500. Workbench 2, that is. This disc is a Sensible World of Soccer update disc. It says it has a SWAS demo on it, so let's try that. And yes, as every Amiga fan did, I had a Sensible World of Soccer, of course. Oh, it doesn't work. Played a lot of SWAS, mostly in manager mode. I was always more of a... Oop, is it doing something? I was always more of a football manager game player than an actual football game player, I guess. What time is it? About 6 o'clock. So it seems like it wants to work, but it's just not quite getting there. Has it given up? I think it might have given up. Oh no, still trying. Whoa! Alright, let's call it quits on that one, as it goes red with anger. This one is Amiga User. Let's have a look. To use this disc, you must first boot using Super Disk number 87. Guess I can't use this one then, unless I find Super Disk 87 at some point. This is Amiga Power Audiogenic Cricket. Cricket game, very topical with the World Championship final, or whatever it is, World Cup final, that's it, on Sunday. England are in it against New Zealand, I think. Don't really follow cricket, but we have a cricket fan at my workplace. Here we are, F1 Cricket 95, let's try it. 95. Again, doesn't sound very healthy, this. But then again, most of these discs are from my pile of maybe not working. And I think this one is also not working. Okay, another dead one. This one is Amiga Power from issue 57. And on the front it says lethal formula. A sinister evil mega corporation has stolen drug formula and it's lethal. Stop these greedy evildoers for the sake of our children. And also something called Bounce, which says not Amiga 500. Ah, shame. And this one says a quirky reminder that whoever invented the concept of bouncing was onto a good thing. Let's see if this disc loads. Sounds a bit scratchy. Grack demo. I guess I should read the important message first, eh? Oh, graphic adventure creator. Okay. How do I get more? I don't think there's a page down button on the Amiga. I'm not sure how I... Oh, here we go. Hard disk. So I guess Grack. Yeah, okay, so lethal formula has been created with Grack, I guess. Start the game, double click on the icon to install the game to the hard disk. I wonder if it'll let you play without installing. Okay, typical graphic adventure game stuff. Okay. What's this one? Okay. Let's try it. Ah, it lets me get this far, then just shoots me down. Ah well. Another one bites the dust. I've got a feeling most of these cover discs aren't going to work. This one is Amiga Power Bass Jumpers, Tubes and Ring War. Let's try it. Ugh, good start. Nope, it's dead. It's dead, Jim. This is Jet Strike Fantasy Missions and Dithel in Space on Amiga Action. I wonder if I put all these discs together on purpose because none of them work. That could be the case. It certainly seems to be that way. The disc is unreadable. Yeah, it continues to read it. Wow, that's dark. Nope. Another dead one. We're on a roll here. This one is Amiga Power, issue 54, R3, and Blob Combat, A1200 only. So obviously I won't be able to play Blob Combat. Let's see if R3 works. No. Am I just having really bad luck, or are all floppy disks of this age dead? Okay, another dead one. We're over the 2-hour mark, and I think most of the games have been dead. This is issue 52 of Amiga Power Tennis Champs. Let's see if this one works. Gloom. Let's try Gloom first. Pretty sure Gloom wasn't even mentioned on the front. No. I see a flashing power light. You know what that means? Yes, of course. Decompressed tennis number 1. Let's see what that is. Okay, fresh blank disk. I don't really have a fresh blank disk. Let's try one of these. Let's try this disk. No, actually, just check that the tab's down. Yes, it is. I seem to remember the disc having 80 tracks, so I might have just made that number up there. Just thinking back to my X-Copy days. Okay. Okay, so I guess I just turn it off and put the other disc back in now. Let's try it. No, nothing. Then I don't get it. Maybe it's a workbench one again. I don't know. Okay, another disc to try. Issue 31 of Amiga Power, Brutal Sports Football, and Fat Man at Atoms. I used to really like Brutal Sports Football. Played the demo a lot back when I was younger. Again, it won't be this disc because I don't think I've got any of my original discs. Let's try Brutal Sports. I wonder what happened to all my original Amiga discs. Maybe they're in my dad's loft somewhere. Decrunching. I wonder how long it takes to decrunch. Not too bad. Do I press a button? I'll try it. Yes, I do. Here we go. I've not played this in a long time. No. Got Power Punch. Don't want its turtle. Ah, he's enjoying that. Oh, it's still going. Oh wow, this is just dying. Oh, is this my Amiga that's crap, or is it these discs? 'Cause this is dead. You know what? Since I love that game, I'm going to try it one more time. I'm going to turn it off for 10 seconds and give it another go. Okay, let's try again. Right, let's try again. don't do that. No. It's gone again. Well, it's kind of still working somewhere in the background, but I have no picture. That sound though. Yeah. Okay. That doesn't work. Let's try one of the other games on this disc. Fat Man. Let's try this one. Please wait a sec. Well, it's loaded, but I don't think the background's meant to be that colour. And I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay, yeah, definitely not working properly here. What is this crazy game? Looks a bizarre game. Anyway, I probably shouldn't play this for too long, even though it looks like it's quite a fun game. If the graphics are loaded, anyway, probably could have been fun. I don't know why I'm still playing. Strangely fascinating. Well, that one doesn't work either. Third game lucky. Atoms. How many players? 2, 3 or 4? Okay. There's obviously only me, but let's go for 2. Oh, is it Othello? Oh no, it's not. I don't know what it is then. I don't know what the name of this game is. It's just a little puzzle game, really. Yeah, I don't like this sort of game, but I suppose it could have been fun when you've got nothing better to play. Music's okay. Well, at least one of the games works on that disc. Unfortunately, it's the worst one. Right, what's this one? Amiga Power Ultimate Soccer Manager. I saw this one recently featured on Kim Justice's channel. Oh, there's a familiar sight. Right. Yeah, anyway, quit it early. Let's give cover disks a rest for a while. Let's see what else we've got here. This one is called Continental Circus. Let's see what's on this. Why? Why can't I have a single game work for me? Man, it feels like a while since I last played a game. This one is called Rally Cross Challenge. The power light's flashing. But I'm not sure what the game's doing. How long do we leave it? Give it a few more seconds. Nope. Another dead one. This disc says Cabal. Looks like the sticker's over the top of a cover disc. Cabal or Cabal. Cool music. But no picture. Is this a cracked throw that's just not loaded? Maybe? Try pressing buttons. Oh, there we go, got something. Still no picture. Have I fried my graphic chip or something crazy? Oh, now I've got a crazy picture. I'm not sure what's going on. I think it's just reloading the intro over and over again. And now I think I've got a guru meditation. Well, this last hour's been fun, hasn't it? This one is called Jungle Gym. Sounds like another dead one. Yep, I think we've got another dead one. This disc, I can't read. Ops up maybe, or oops up. Well, need it to load first before we can do anything. Just gonna give this a few more minutes just in case there's. Well, I don't know why. Amiga skepticism. I don't know. We have a splash screen. Oops up. Cracked by angels. Let's try it. Some aggressive loading sounds. I don't think that's a good sound. Okay, let's call that one quits as well. This one is labelled Turbo Cup Challenge. Okay, so it looks like the Porsche turbo logo. I had another Loris CL's game earlier today, didn't I? Can't remember which one it was. I think it might have been the Italy 1990 game. This music appears to be mono. Do I press a button? Yes, I do. Come on, let me play a game, please. It's been so long. Don't make those noises. Okay. So it's definitely a Porsche Turbo Cup game. Should we try Manicore? We may have a game that works. How do I go? Oh, press forward. Of course, forward. Whoa. Where's the sound? I mean, the car looks pretty good from above, but surely there should be some audio of some sort. What happened there? Okay, so you spin if you go into a corner too fast. This game is not good. The quietest racing game ever. Yeah, maybe a bit optimistic on that corner. I wonder if it's meant to be this quiet or whether it's just not loaded properly. Can I quit? Is there a quit? Oh, that was practice. I see. Let's race. Get out of the way. Oh, crashing also makes you spin. Seems everything makes you spin. Come on. Come on. But no, no. I actually don't mind the car graphics at all. The angle's unusual, but not terrible. Maybe I've just got a bit of a soft spot for the 944. Whoa! Whoa! Get out of the way. Oh, come on now, guys. Ah, cool. Ooh. Cool roll. Epic. Oh. Ah. He's driving off the track. Shouldn't be it. No, don't. Oh, come on. He blocked me. Straight up the middle. No. You see, these guys are cheating. Clearly. 16th. 17th. Get past him before he rams you. Ah, come on. Can't take a corner without spinning. It's like a real Porsche. Oh, come on. Spinning, then he drives through me. Why am I still playing this? That is the question. That looks like I've not played a game for ages. You bastard. Have I even done a lap yet? Okay, so if you don't accelerate on a corner, you don't spin out. That's fairly sensible. Trying to crash into the back of him. Weaving all over the track. Oh, come on now. No, no. Yeah. Oh, come on. What's happening? Ah. I wish I had sound. Just anything. Ugh. determined to make it to the end of this lap. Oh no, come on. You just... Okay, I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. I'll try one more track just in case it didn't load the sound. Let's try Dijon Prenois. No, I think it just doesn't have sound, except for those beeps. 3 beeps, that's all you get. Or was it 4? Anyway, yeah. Game works, it's just not a good game. So A500 works. Next we have Monopoly. Doesn't sound good. Nuh-uh. Oh. Still trying to go though. CC Games. Nope. Insufficient available memory. This disc is labelled Street Fighter 2. 1 meg. Let's try this one. I first played Street Fighter 2 on my Amiga. Oh, that music. Beautiful. Brilliant. All the piracy tools. Anyway, how do I play? Oh. Oh, there we go. I mustn't have been pressing the mouse button properly. Ah, that doesn't look right, does it? Why am I getting so many graphical errors? Music's good though. Just gotta listen to the music for a bit first. I'm worried about the gameplay. Okay, let's just try. Yep, not a good start. Yeah, let's be Ryu on this graphically corrupt map and face Guile. I don't know why I'm still playing. I said, oh, what? There's 2 discs. I'll have to look through my discs and see if I can find disc 2. Oh, all the spoilers. Loads of cool games coming up. Well, loads of cool games that weren't coming up. I can't see a disc 2. Nope, I think that's as far as we're getting on this one. I'll put it to one side in case I come across disc 2 at some point. This one is labelled Thunderhawk. No, nothing. I think I'm going to have to call it quits soon, actually, because I'm meant to be going swimming soon. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it quits here for today with this wonderful and very prominent screen you see before you. And yeah, I'm going to continue testing these discs on another day. Probably Tuesday now. So yeah, have a great weekend, and thanks for watching if you did. Bye for now.